They're like my favorite podcast to listen to.
Get a sound check.
All right.
Yeah!
You have you laughing all over this thing.
Dude, I love them.
Here we go! It's the Tryforce.
You know, in this day and age, you really want to just take a chainsaw or a sword or a gun or even your own arms and just destroy somebody. And in 1993, they made a game just for you to do that. We're talking about Doom today.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the Tryforce podcast, featuring the musical stylings of one Colton Murray.
Yeah, we're going to get copyright struck because I'm too perfect.
I am your host, Rayne.
I am your host, Colton.
And we have a guest today who knows a bunch of shit about Doom. Introduce yourself.
My name is Josh. I'm the guest star for Doom.
He's actually Doom Guy. Like, we're the only people that have ever seen his face.
I'm gonna have to rip and tear you apart.
I've been waiting for that for years. I was waiting for you to say that. And,
Can't wait to die.
Oh,
Oof.
my God.
Big oof.
Doom is just so fun. It's literally a turn your brain off and just literally rip and tear into demons the whole game. And it's just delightfully simple. It's like Duke Nukem without words. And it's just, you know.
I've got some interesting things about that.
Yeah, like, well, I know they're like Duke Nukem 64 and the original Doom are very similar. So, like, the original Duke Nukems, they're both built on the same engine, I think, right?
Yes. So, Duke Nukem is classified as, it was my first game. So, you know, people are, you know, I know you guys.
Duke Nukem was your first game? Oh, my.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to, like, congratulate you or apologize on your behalf.
Well, so Duke Nukem is actually a Doom clone. So,
yes.
Duke Nukem tried to rip off of what Doom did with
and then
their
it subsequently
success.
tried to rip off every other game franchise.
I mean,
Duke Nukem forever. What a time.
yeah. No, I was at Duke Nukem 3D, and so
Yeah.
a friend got it with a catalog, like on a game, and it had a whole bunch of other games on it. But they used to do this thing, shareware. So instead of selling you the full game, they'd give you the first episode of the game, which usually wound up being like a level or two.
Like a demo.
Right, exactly like a demo. So something that Doom actually did, they were kind of a pioneer with this. They couldn't get people to buy their game, so they gave it away to computer stores because, you know, they used to do mail order for that. And so, you know, if you don't know about it, you're not buying it. If it's not in front of your face, you don't know about it. So they gave away the first episode of Doom, you know, Doom 1993, I'm going to refer to it as for free, and told the stores, you can sell this for whatever you want, thinking that customer would say, wow, that was great. I spent way too much on it. I'm going to go back to ID the developer to go get whatever I can get.
Right. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember there's like, there were books about how to make Doom levels and shit like that. And just, oh my God. Doom was like, can I go on record?
Josh and I had a conversation about that, actually.
Can I just say Doom was technically the original Minecraft?
Yeah. You're not incorrect.
I can't believe you would say that on this podcast.
Why would you say something so bold yet so right?
This is so brave yet so controversial.
I mean, they're both hugely innovative. They, you know, completely changed the industry in which they are. That was a really weird way to say that.
No, that was very professional, very IGN. This is Kotaku's review.
Call me Kotaku.
Yikes.
So that was something that Doom did that was huge. Was they 2 years? Oh no, I'm bad with math here. In 1997, we'll say, they released the entirety of their code base for Doom and Doom 2, because Doom 2 came out in 94. As free and open software. So they just released the entirety of the source code. You could do with it what you want. And to this day, you can go on Stack Overflow and find all of the original stuff for their engine and the game files and stuff. And that's leads into the
Duke
age
Nukem franchise. No, I'm kidding.
the age old question: does it run Doom?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I still have a computer with a 64 megabyte hard drive that can run Doom. That's
painful.
Yeah, man. It's so horrible to look at because I remember playing RuneScape and shit like that on that computer, and it's just like, wow, that wasn't really that long ago,
No.
which is horrible.
See, like yesterday, we were on a ride and we're talking about Doom, and I was just like, "Hey, can that screen play Doom?" And Josh's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Can that play Doom?" "Yeah." "What about this thing?" "Yeah, probably."
Oh yeah.
So it's like anything.
My Apple Watch could play Doom.
What was it? Somebody played it on a keyboard, right? Like a key on a keyboard.
So they have keyboards with LCD keycaps so that you can change the functionality of the key, and it'll change the physical like look of the keys. So if you're like playing Doom or something, your little gun will show up on like a number pad or something. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fucking awesome.
And so someone ported Doom to their keyboard's operating system.
God, are you kidding me?
It can play Doom.
It can play Doom. It's,
Doom. That's so fucking cool, man.
ATM, smart fridges, ultrasound
Calculators.
machines, TI-84 calculators, like you name it, it'll probably play it.
That's
Those
so
screens
cool.
when you now swipe your Metro card.
You see one of the MTA workers, like instead of cleaning the fucking things, they're
It's
just
playing
playing
Doom.
Doom on
Yeah.
them. Oh my god. You loaded into a credit card reader at a 7-Eleven, just like that's funny as hell.
Yeah, so the whole thing there is Doom is written in C, which is a really, really low-level programming language, which is to say that it's down there making the computer work. It's moving bits and bytes around on the processor. So it's so low level that you can port the game onto almost anything that has a processor.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, so the reason they did that was because ID originally made Wolfenstein, right?
Yeah.
So we all remember
Great
Wolfenstein.
fucking game.
Yeah, it was awesome, but Doom was 1,000 times more innovative. So when they made Wolfenstein, they had real.
I actually believe it's Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. Mein Fräulein. I don't know
Gonna get
why I called you
1,000.
Fräulein.
Because obviously I'm a sexy German woman. So
Listen,
that's,
if you've
Oh,
got
definitely.
beer, I want you in my room. Don't let my girlfriend hear that.
one or two more down the hatch and that's happening.
No, so they had a lot of trouble porting Wolfenstein onto anything. They made it for the console, the system that they made it for, which I can't recall immediately what it was, but they had immense problems porting it anywhere. And they said, you know what? Next game we make, we're going to make it easy to port anywhere. And you know what? To this day, it's still easy to port onto anything.
Yeah. I love it. So let's get into the original Doom.
Okay, for that, I have a story.
Yes.
Last night
Love Doom stories.
was the first time in my life I've ever played the original Doom.
Oh, and your thoughts?
Well,
Is it
was
just
set,
as stupid as you
well,
thought it was?
It was set to like auto sprint, so I'm immediately like, why am I running so fast? What is happening here? What is going on? But I walk in, my fiance's playing it, and they're like, I can't aim. Like, it auto aims up for you. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Because I'm not paying attention.
Right.
I was playing Pokemon like a true nerd. But they're like, I want to see how far you can get. So they just plop the controller in my hand, and I'm like, okay. And I just sail through. And I just start like, beat the level. And they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you just fucking shoot the thing. I'm like, I don't know what's so difficult about that. You shoot it. Because it's literally just that. You shoot it. I got a shotgun, literally went, well, I guess all you fuckers are dead. Or whatever the fuck I had her rolling last night. I was like, all you fuckers are doomed. And I just started blowing everything up with a shotgun.
The Doom shotgun is easily one of the best weapons in video games. Just a fucking wall of lead.
Which one?
Like the original Doom shotgun.
Oh, there's two.
I know. I'm talking about the first one that you
The first
got.
one that
Oh,
you
okay.
get, I shot one guy, and there was 4 guys behind him, and they all blew up. And I was just like, looking at the shotgun, I'm across the map, and I'm like,
This
The
is a shotgun, right?
I'm like, am I? I'm like, I know some guns. I'm not gonna say I know everything, but I was like, is that what? Okay.
Halo 1 ass shotgun. I love it.
I do have to say, I actually did enjoy the game.
Yeah, it's fun.
For what I played, I made it to hell.
It's
I
like-
did play some of the hell levels.
You know what it's
Inferno
like?
or whatever they were called.
Welcome home.
Yeah,
like-
it's
if
like
I were
being
to
home.
if I were to compare Doom to a movie, it's like Pacific Rim. You know, you're not looking for an Oscar-winning performance when you play Doom. You're looking there to turn your brain off, see mindless humans versus monster violence, and that's it. You know, that's all you go there for, and it delivers so nicely. Like, it's just so satisfying. Everything about Doom is so satisfying. Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, so they didn't put a lot of story into the first two Doom games. Most
You
of
didn't
it,
need a lot of it's just
right.
just Doom Guy. Doom Guy is like the epitome of no story, just shoot.
That's exactly what it was.
Like
because
all I do is shoot and kill demons. I'm going to hell. I'm kicking the shit out of hell. I am the devil now. Like that's it.
you're entirely correct. That's what it was, and
I love games like that.
it excelled at that. And I think that's part of what makes a game good is it picks something, and as long as a game doesn't try to do too many things, so it didn't try to bite off more than it could chew.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like, I want to do this one thing, and I'm going to focus my entire complement and team of, IDs, developers, and studios into making this game do this one thing really well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just for the technological simplicity of it. That's really all they could do. I mean, there were MS-DOS games with great fucking storylines, but at the same time, they just kind of wanted to make it simple. Like it would be the way I would make a game. I don't give a shit about the story. Make it fun to play.
Doom did something that games nowadays can't do, which is you have games nowadays that are like, okay, but I want a story and I want this and I want
They
this.
want to be playable movies.
And it's like, yeah, that's great that you want to do all of these things, but you need to be able to at least do one part well before you can move on to another thing. So Doom was like, okay, we can do this really fucking well, and then, sprinkle the tiniest dash of story onto that and slap a cover on it. We've done it, boys. And then they did, and it was...
I want to coin a term after you said that. It's a story bay.
just
Salt bay. Just sprinkle some story in
sprinkle
there.
a
Salt Bae.
tiny dash of story, and they did it. And, to this day, if you tell somebody... You talk about Doom, people know what the fuck you're talking about. And people can tell you, oh yeah, it was really well done, especially for the time.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of a game like that. You were right. Game designers don't do that. They want to do everything perfectly in a game. You can't do that. Like people don't have that kind of an attention span.
Well, I mean, listen, that's how you end up with a 13-year waiting period, Kingdom Hearts 3. So, because you want to do everything. You want to have a good story, you want to have good visuals, you want to have good battle. So it's like, you either end up with this... We're going to rush it, and you get whatever that fucking Sonic game was that they rushed that was really bad.
You mean everything after 2006?
2006 wasn't good either. Or you end up with something like Doom, where it's like, okay, we know what we're doing, do this. And then they did it, and then they did Doom 2, where they're like, we know what we're fucking doing, just do it again.
Yeah, just make it fun to play. Nobody gives a shit, really, about the story.
And then I think they fucked up Doom 3, but I didn't play it, so I'm just going to go based on the stories I've heard.
Did they fuck up Doom 3?
So I didn't play it either, but again, so I've done some research into why I've heard that Doom 3 is so terrible, and a lot of it centers around a flashlight.
Oh no.
And the inclusion of and use therein. So Doom 3 tried to be a really environmental horror game, and so they used a lot of darkness.
No.
Darkness. And
Imprisoning me, all that I see.
So what they did was they made a fun decision. You want to shoot and see? That's not going to be something you can do. So you have flashlight or gun, not flashlight and gun.
That's so stupid.
This led to a rise of mods known as the duct tape mod.
I was about to be like, it's me duct taping a flashlight to my pistol. I'm gonna see.
That's
I could
exactly
literally
what they
see
called it.
Doom Guy just like... All right, we're good to go.
Tactical deploy.
I can make a knife gun.
The Nightfall. So all in all, what I've brought in and learned was Doom 3 was a big departure from the original Doom's feeling. It tried to shoehorn story in and all of that stuff, and it just sort of tried
Fell flat, you know.
Yeah, it tried too many things, as well as the fact that ID was being they were ID Software, the studio. I keep saying ID and thinking no one knows what I'm talking about. Everyone knows who that ID is. They were reporting to another parent company, and so they didn't have as much creative freedom as they wanted. Whereas for the first two Doom games in '93 and '94, they distributed and made their own software, so they didn't have a master per se to listen to.
Yeah, and we see that a lot of times when these big companies or these little companies get bought out by these huge companies, that the games just suffer for it because they're just like, we need to follow the AAA titles. We can't just do what was working before. And I don't get that. I really
Companies don't look at it like okay, if you like a game, right? Companies don't look at it going, okay, they like that game, just keep it the same. They go, okay, they liked that game, now double it. Add to it. And because, you like this game along with this game, so we're gonna incorporate what that other game had, and then you end up with this big mash of just, the fuck did I end up buying?
You end up with Halo 5, and it shows...
Well, Halo should have ended like 3 Halos ago, but that's a Rayne opinion about games that...
I don't agree, and I do agree.
I don't know anything about Halo. I listened to the
several
podcast.
Books that really disagree with you.
Yeah, well, I also listened to the Halo podcast and didn't learn a single fucking thing.
That's
so.
Fine. It's all right. We'll do another one because I have some more stuff to talk about.
So going back to Colton talking about game companies subservient to other larger companies, I'm going to take this way back to high school literature class. William Shakespeare had a patron.
Oh, no.
So
Did you say a Patreon?
A patron. Well, that would be... That would be where that came from, to be honest. So an artist had a
William
wealthy...
Shakes here. Oh boy, a $10 tier. Let me tell you.
An artist used to have and I was not a great student, so I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I'm remembering artists weren't really known for having marketable skills.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they had someone like
you talk this as a past tense. Like.
Well, I don't know. There's some artists like the ID folks, who are artists.
Yes.
I'm not. There's no argument there. But they would have someone. We're back in old times now. They would have someone who would pay them and give them a place to live and tell them, hey, you're going to make a piece of art about this because I can sell that to this guy and pay you and to live and stuff, and you get to keep doing art. So that's kind of, I think, where...
So just a regular art company.
Kind of. Yeah. As opposed to,
Kind of, but more personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at that point, then you as the artist, you start sacrificing creative liberties for...
Right, it's like if you're an artist, you're the person that commissioned you, like, offered room in their house and just like, you're my personal artist, and it's just like...
You are the arts gremlin. I will be locking you in my basement and you will make paintings for me to sell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I did in The Sims.
And as far as I can tell, that's where Doom 3 came from.
Wow. I mean, we see that with a lot of companies. We saw that with Rareware and Banjo, like that was unfortunate. We saw that with Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark Zero was just
We really had to bring Perfect Dark Zero
I
in.
know. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I had never played a Perfect Dark game till Zero. Played through the entire thing and then immediately threw the game in the garbage.
Yeah, it's just a little
I
trash.
legit snapped the disc and threw it out. I played that. I paid money for that.
We even saw it with Sonic. When Nintendo bought up the Sonic properties, Sega had it until I think like halfway through Sonic Heroes, and then Nintendo bought it up and they finished Sonic Heroes as intended, but then everything after that you can see a steep decline because they lost their creative freedom. And it's just like, I hate that, man. So let's just talk about Dooms 1 and 2. We did as much on 3 as we could.
But now can we talk about a really good Doom game? Can we talk about Doom 2016?
Oh my. Can I tell you what, like, the trailer for that game, like, I don't get super excited very easily, you know?
Are you sure about that?
No, I mean, like, genuinely, like, deeply excited. You know what I
Never
mean?
been excited in his entire life.
Like, no, I've been. It takes a lot nowadays to get me
I'll
like
be
that.
like, Colton, I lived with you for a while, so I think I know.
I mean, put a Tryforce on anything and I'm there. But like,
Yeah, it's true.
or put a Star Fox like logo on it, I'm there.
Slap the Smash symbol
On
somewhere.
it, just any Smash trailer, any Star Fox, any Zelda. But other than that, it takes a lot. So I watched the Doom 2016 trailer. I'm like, oh god, this is just gonna be so stupid. And then I just watched them going through that fucking tutorial level and just blood, fire, guns everywhere. I'm like, it is just Doom. Like, they're back. And it literally was just like, if the first game was made today. And it's like, with the same story simplicity, everything. I love it.
That's exactly what it is.
And it's just
100%.
oh,
So-
I just remember like just sitting watching the TV like 2 minutes after the trailer, just like, oh, dude, like, it was so good.
wide eyes, like I'm
12 again.
Exactly.
It's
the 13-year-old in me is like giggling.
Oh yeah, man. Like, it was so fucking cool looking. And then they came out with the Doom amiibos. I thought those were cool. But like, shit, man, Doom. Let's talk about Doom 2016.
So yeah, Doom 2016 is just Doom 93 reimagined. Like, they added story and they didn't make it invasive. So it's entirely possible to just jump into Doom 2016 and play it through without really getting the story and not have a bad time.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
It really is. It's got I've noticed. I played the new Wolfenstein too. Wolfenstein. Recently, and I noticed that they have a lot of the same kind of engine mechanic things, but neither of them aren't fun to play. They're both incredibly fun. And so there's a lot of things that Doom 2016 brings back. So brings back from Doom 93. Mostly no reloads. Just zoom around and kill things with, no complex mechanics, nothing crazy like that. Just insane amounts of fun. It's just arena combat and gorgeous levels. And it's really a love letter to storytelling through level design. Really, it's just this trashed, like, gorgeous, vibrant levels and places and all these things.
No, Doom 2016 is the one I played, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Doom 2016. I didn't know shit. I was just like, oh, I'll beat the shit out of something. And I was handed Doom 2016. And what I really enjoyed about it was you start this game up and there's the guy who's telling you pretty much what you're supposed to be doing, and the Doom guy's just like, you mean don't listen to you and start killing things? Okay. And he just starts tearing through everything, and I'm like, oh, I don't have to listen to the story? Hell yeah.
It's
every time
literally like
someone
stealth is
started-
optional, the game.
Every time someone would start talking, or I'd hear a voice, I'd be like, no, we're killing things! Fuck out of here! I'm ripping guys' arms off, I'm popping
They
heads.
didn't need them anyway.
I'm just like, this is the best thing that has ever happened. And they're little tiny Doom Clay collectible figures, and they're really small and tiny, and I love them, and I want them all.
It's such a satisfying fucking game. It's just, I mean, we all experience rage at work, and it's just like one of those games where you come home and it's just, it's like a breath of fresh air. I sound like a serial killer.
Rage at work, Colton says after I'm like vibrating on my couch after working from home.
I was just like, we work from home now. So
Yeah.
now it's like,
Rage at home.
it gets finished with like part of my job. All right, give me the Doom controller.
Honestly.
Fucking slamming some guy's head against the wall. I feel better. All right, next
Man, therapy's expensive. Doom Eternal's like $60. So
So we're kind of skirting around something that I did a little research on. So it turns out Doom 1993 is indirectly responsible for the creation of the ESRB, and some parents back in '93 blame the Columbine shooting on Doom 2016.
of course they fucking did. Why wouldn't they? It's just like
the kids said that it was because of Doom.
because they're assholes.
Yeah.
That's why.
The minute you get a scapegoat, you know they
Yeah.
run with it.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's just, they said that to get themselves off the hook, so they didn't have to go and be like, we're terrible people.
My child never did anything wrong. It's that awful video game.
Yeah, that and Mortal Kombat were the ESRB two like contributors. So it's just like, it's damn, dude. Like, can't we just have nice things one time?
No.
Yeah, it's just, and also like the ESRB it's fantastic. It's a great rating system. People should listen to it more. I really do think that. But anyway, we're getting off topic. I think that that's a good thing. I think that it was good that it was implemented because of a game like Doom, because you don't want a kid getting a hold of that. But at the same time, you also, if a kid does get a hold of that, you have to make sure to teach them the difference between fantasy and reality.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's paramount when it comes to things like this. But anyway, that is ridiculous that is what it came to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's talk about oh my god. What else are we going to talk about?
I'm looking at you. I'm waiting. I'm like,
Well,
let's talk about what?
There's a whole bunch of things.
My
we can
brain
talk
shut
about.
off because we're in Doomland.
We've got Doom 2016. We've got Doom 2020. We've got Doom the movies. We've got Doom
the
all
movie!
the spin-offs of Doom. Oh my.
Oh my god.
I actually want to bring it back really quick to the talk of the Doom engine,
Okay.
because that's online. The whole code and stuff, like you said, is it's all online. To the point where I've decided I'm going to make my own version of Doom. I don't know shit about making video games or coding or anything works. So don't expect a video game anytime soon from me. But 1 year, 20 blank, we'll fill that in post or something.
Sorry, 30 blank.
Yeah.
Let's just give them a few to work with. 30, 40,
25.
50.
Yeah, pick one.
We'll Fallout shelter this shit. You'll just come out with it one day and say, go get it.
And it's going to be Rayne's version of Doom. And instead of killing demons, you're going to be in a field of flowers murdering teddy bears and unicorns. And it's just everything from a 5-year-old girl's mind. And you're just going to fucking destroy it. Because I feel like that really speaks to me. Because, when you see something cute, you want to punch the wall. Because you're like, it's so cute, you just want to fucking punch it.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be so cute. You're going to take a chainsaw and chop it in half.
Oh my god, that's like, I mean, I kind of love that.
Also because I'm Satan and I'm allowed.
Yes, absolutely.
I've got this mental, like, I can hear the Doom theme, but in, like, teddy bear squeakers.
Yeah.
Like if the Teletubbies Orchestra played the Doom theme. Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's my envisionment. That's what I want to do.
I love it. I would love a Doom game set in the Teletubby world now that I think about it.
Get over here, Poe. And
Like the Meet the Pyro trailer.
Yeah, exactly. I would fucking love that. That'd be hilarious.
I'd pay you $20 for it.
Now that we've...
Good, it's probably going to be free. But unless it's good, then it'll be like $5.
Just sell it for $1 on the App Store.
It's true. I could do that.
Absolutely. Now, we're talking about, we talked about all the previous Dooms. We should be talking about Doom Eternal, which is coming out. I love it.
It's coming out on Friday.
Woo!
Yeah, well, so...
That's tomorrow, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to direct download that because they've stopped doing the midnight release due to pandemic concerns.
Yep. Well, you know what? I get that. I was never a big fan of midnight releases ever. I think they should just stop doing them forever. Like, honestly.
I used to love going to midnight releases. I can't do it anymore because I did it for the Kingdom Hearts 3 game. I don't think I could ever do it again. I was so tired.
Yeah,
and also was on crutches. It was the
we're
worst
adults now.
time.
It was like 2 degrees out, I think, right?
Yeah, we sat in the car until they were like, we're gonna start letting people in, and I hobbled across the street, but I couldn't do it anymore. Yeah. But no, I get that. But yeah, no, you're gonna have to direct download immediately at midnight.
That's
for
fine.
Doom Eternal.
I mean,
to
you
start.
can direct download it now. It just won't be playable to midnight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I'm very excited for this game. So Josh, why don't you tell us a little bit? I just clipped the mic. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Doom Eternal?
Well, Doom Eternal seems to build on the same formula that Doom 2016 and Doom 1 and 2 kind of had.
Is it like a Doom 94 port, or is it a...
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
shit. So it's like it's Doom 2 remastered, basically.
Perfectly, exactly. So the whole 2016 and on is kind of a reboot of the series with extras. So things like you didn't get the super shotgun until Doom 2, but you get it in Doom 2016.
Right.
So they've taken all of the good things from Doom 93 and 4 and sort of brought them into the modern light and given them a nice polish and said, hey, go have fun, kids. Rip and tear.
Oh my god, I fucking love that, dude. Like, you know what I would really love? If like they did another Doom after Doom Eternal and like with the flashlight thing.
I was about to be like, so in 2024, because it seems to be, the years that we're going, we'll go every 4 years. Am I getting a Doom 3? Because I gotta be real, I'd fucking probably be the one sitting there going, look, I can't shoot with the light on, guys. Gets murdered.
I would think it would be amazing if like in the beginning they had Doom Guy like with a flashlight and then all of a sudden he just like looks at it, throws it away, and like lights the whole fucking place on fire.
Well, yeah, you get the flame belch now, so I hope they'd keep that for Doom 2024.
The Doom Eternal fucking sword, dude.
Get out of the line for the toilet paper. I've got the Doom sword.
I love that there's a theory out there that Doom Guy is actually Link. And I love that fucking theory so much, because it makes no sense.
I'm a big fan of those theories. There's a similar one with Professor Utonium and Samurai Jack from the licensed Cartoon Network shows.
How the fuck would?
Yeah.
I could see Samurai Jack maybe, but like.
Well, no, it's like saying that. So Samurai Jack is Professor Utonium. Because
I'm a little dumb. You have to
no, it's okay. I wasn't super clear.
Professor Utonium as Doom Guy.
Girls, rip and tear.
Hey, listen, man, it be that way sometimes.
I love that shit.
The mayor is calling. There's a cacodemon on the front steps.
Girls, I need you to go to Mars real quick.
I love that shit. But I love the theory that he's Link, because I love the idea of him getting the sword and he's just sitting there going back to basics. He's just like, oh. So, fuck yeah, dude. So, what are you most excited about Doom Eternal?
I really enjoyed the speed and efficacy at which, after you play a little while, you can just get to such a place in your skill with Doom that an entire room becomes just really a canvas for all of the different kind of demon guts that you can paint all over the walls with, the tools of your trade. It's just, there's
beautiful opera music while no sound effects while Doom Guy's fucking cleaving a demon in half.
Exactly.
Just, oh my god.
Exactly. You know me, Colton.
Yeah. It's just
headshot, take the legs off, smash them against the wall, up on the top of the thing, just everywhere. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
It's like, you know what? It's like Mad World for today's audience,
Yeah.
And I love that. I miss that game. I miss Mad World.
Can I say what I'm really excited about?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I did this thing in Doom 2016 where I was just kind of like, oh, I can like use melee attacks, perfect, and go through entire levels of just punching demons. Because for some reason, I like to do the thing where I go, oh, a gun? That'll make this level really easy? No. I want to punch it. Oh, giant demon that I should use the chainsaw for? I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna do it.
You're solving it the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure way. Is this a problem I can solve with my fists?
I'm solving this the Balthus Fire Emblem way.
Yes.
Can I punch you? Yes. We're going for it, boys. I just like to punch things. I think that's it. I also like
the idea of Doom Guy like taking his gun, like looking at it, just throwing it away, just cracking his knuckles, just like
square up thought.
Oh my god.
I mean, if Doom Guy was a thought, it would be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rayne, how kill me? Yes.
Sure. How do I kill this thing? However you want.
As creatively as possible.
See, that's
bleeds,
that's
we can-
like the thing though. Like with this kind of thing, you'd be so creative. You can use all these different guns, and I think what is it in Eternal? They have like, what was it, powers or something? Like we were looking at in the trailer.
So Doom Eternal, you get a whole bunch of like a host of new things. So you can air dash in Doom Eternal. So it's like you can double jump. So you were kind of able to do that in Doom 2016. But now you can air dash.
Now you can Mega Man X this shit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So that's
Can't you, when you dive, it like slow motions. I think that's what I'm thinking about.
there's certain. I see. I'm not super sure. They've been kind of cagey with it.
I'm just remembering a video I watched, so I'm assuming it was about
Maybe.
Doom.
So you might be able to slow motion. I don't recall. They've got this new thing called the Flame Belch, which is another essential ammo-less weapon that the Doom guy gets. And so previously you could use the chainsaw to kill an enemy, and previously we're talking about Doom 2016 here. You can use the chainsaw to kill an enemy and just make him spill out ammo. Or you could glory kill it. So that would be your small animation, break the demon's arm off and beat it to death with it, kind of like, execution
Like a
style kill.
like another person, like a Halo assassination.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that would spill out health. Now, so that way you'd be able to get any of these things in a space where maybe they're not necessarily easily available. So you're low on health in a place that doesn't have a lot of health. As long as you get that glory kill, you can get some health back and make it a little further.
Oh, that's so cool.
So now they've added...
It gives you incentive to do the crazy shit.
Yes.
Oh.
And so...
Oh, yes.
To balance that out, they've added the Flame Belch, which if so it's a little arm that pops up off your shoulder and shoots fire. Like, think about the Predator laser cannon.
Get the
but
fuck
it's a
out of
flamethrower.
here. Oh, my God.
Right, so you could
So
do that.
Doom Guy is basically everything that, like, if 13-year-old me created an OC character, it's Doom Guy.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's aimed directly at you. No.
Just Colton.
Just Colton. So it strips armor from enemies. So now you have that additional last ditch. Oh crud! I need armor. I'm gonna light this little imp on fire, take its armor, and then glory kill the crap out of it and take its health, and then I'll be good to go fight 10 more things.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
They've also added little bit of an interesting. They've added enemy weak points now. So before you could shoot anything anywhere. Except for the head was the only notable difference in Doom 2016. Now there's actual tactics that you kind of need to employ. So something shooting at you. Say the Spider Mastermind or the Arachnotrons, because the Spider Mastermind was a boss. The Arachnotrons.
Great band name.
Yeah. They're shooting at you. Well, shoot them in the gun. And they'll stop shooting at you, and you'll be a little freer to go take something else down that's kind of irritating you, and then go back to it, because it's no longer a priority.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So it's added a little more strategy to the game,
Absolutely.
and but just it kept all the beautiful simplicity and just
and there's something I'm a little worried about. I'm hoping that doesn't overcomplicate the game. Like we were talking about earlier, they were trying to do too much in Doom 3. I'm hoping that I'm adding that additional.
I mean, I feel like I don't know if it would, because it's one of those. It's like Halo.
Yeah.
They added the assassination mechanic. They added the new weapons and new stuff that you could do. I feel like it doesn't complicate the game. It just gives you more options to do, and you still can play the game like a regular Doom game and just go in, shotgun, boom, done. And or you can style on them, it just adds a style on them option,
In Devil May Cry, the rank goes up by style.
Oh, yeah.
So, SSS is super style rank and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be me playing Doom. I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
super style.
For real. You can play it like Doom or you can play it like Devil May Cry. So,
Well, so I'm not sure about that though. So I've seen a couple of playthroughs that are looking like you kind of need to do those things, or it's going to be really hard.
but not impossible.
That's fair. That's fair.
know?
I suppose if you
We're not-
shoot anything multiple times at any given interval, unless it's specifically like a shield or something, it's gonna die eventually.
Even a shield has its limits. You know?
I don't know, this
Absolutely
is Doom we're
correct.
talking about.
We're not there yet, so I'm just speculating right now. Just some fears, maybe a little bit of anxiety because it's something it's near and dear to my heart, and I wouldn't want them to hurt me with it.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Fallout 76.
Yeah. Looking at you, Star Fox Zero. But
looking at anybody who's ever hurt me ever.
Clone
oh
Wars,
my
right?
god. Yeah. So it's just like, oh my god. Yeah, I love this. Love this fucking game. I feel like I'm saying it with just such a nostalgic love, you know, where I don't even have anything like good to say. Like, I just don't know what I love about it other than the fact that it's just beat demons, become demon, like, by the end.
I think the love of it is that it's so simple.
Yeah.
And it's not something you have to think about per se, because like a lot of the games like that I love because their story is really good, but you know, then you're sacrificing on something. But with something like Doom, I like Doom because I like going in and just punching things and shooting things and not really thinking about it. If you told me, you could sit me down and tell me the entire storyline for Doom, and I would just be like, all right, so I punch some guys, I shoot that guy, and then I continue, right? I don't care what the story is for Doom because Doom guy doesn't seem to give a shit either.
Yeah.
Doom guy's kind of just like, you're in my way, you're dead. Oh, you were supposed to help me? Don't give a shit, you're dead now. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's what I think everyone likes about it, is that there's not much to think about. You just go do.
Exactly.
It's like releasing a toddler, you know, you're just like, go have fun. And they rip apart all of their stuffed animals, but you're like, live your best life, kid.
I love that.
That's Doom.
It's beautifully simple. And you know what? I think I'm so excited for Doom Eternal. And it's one of those, again, if you're just like looking for a TLDR of this episode, it's just turn your brain off and kill demons the game. And, you know,
Punch, punch, shoot, shoot.
That's
you
it.
win.
Josh, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Appreciate you, my dude. What's your social media?
You know, I'm gonna hold off on that. It's kind of
mysterious.
no, it's just chock full of shit memes.
Oh yeah. So, Rayne, obviously your social media.
Oh yeah, you find me on Twitter and Instagram at oh no, it's Rayne. They still are just Felix inducing.
Yeah,
That's it.
of course.
Haven't
And
changed.
C-Train Media for me on Twitter. The Board Tender on Instagram.
If you want to follow us,
yes,
the show on Twitter, we are at the Tryforce _ on Instagram at just the Tryforce. And for the love of God, if you are the owner of the Tryforce on Twitch, we would like that back. But right now we are just the Tryforce _
That's fine. We're getting there. We're slowly eliminating those
slowly.
underscores.
But thank you guys so much for listening. I think next week we're going to be talking about Animal Crossing because that comes out the same day as Doom. Because those go together. If you haven't seen the memes,
There's a
go
Doom
look it
guy
up.
outfit in Animal Crossing.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god.
Not
I need
joking.
Get
that.
the fuck out of here. Well, you know what? I would go on record and say that Isabel is far scarier than Doom Guy.
Yeah.
Did you see? There was a
Nightmares.
picture. There was a picture floating around. where,
Isabel
with,
on Doom Guy's shoulder because
well-
I have seen that and she's holding the gun.
that one's cute. There's another one where they're
cute
both at
that
a
she's
bar.
holding
I love Isabel. Like, there's another one where they're at the bar and like the Doom Guy's like a glass of milk, fat free, please. And then Isabel's like bourbon on the rocks, and then it just shows them both with their cups, and Isabel just says, bitch. It's so funny.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Tune in next week.
Of
Have a great day.
course. Take care. Goodbye.
Yeet.